Some days just feel like a turning point for the world. August 22nd, 2025, it was definitely one of those days. While most of us were just going about our regular lives, three huge but very different stories were unfolding across the globe. We're talking a story of human despair, one of high-stakes geopolitical chess, and another of really delicate economic diplomacy. So, we're going to break down what happened and, more importantly, why it all matters.
And we're going to start with the most urgent news of the day, which is all captured in this one single devastating number: 514,000. That's over 500,000 people, a quarter of the entire population of Gaza, who are officially declared to be experiencing famine.
So, on this day, the world's leading authority on food crises, it's called the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification System, or the IPC for short. They made it official. It was the word that, honestly, the whole world had been dreading, and it confirmed everyone's worst fears for Gaza.
Now, you've got to understand, famine isn't just a word for being really hungry. No, it's a technical classification with these horrifyingly specific criteria. It means at least a fifth of the population is literally starving. 1 in 3 children are acutely malnourished, and people are dying every single day from lack of food. And here's what makes this so significant. It's the first time the IPC has ever declared a famine outside of Africa.
The UN humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher, he just captured the gravity of the moment with this statement. He called it a 21st century famine, watched over by drones and all this advanced military tech, framing it not just as a tragedy, but as a deep, profound failure of the entire international community.
But this declaration? It immediately created two just completely clashing realities. On one side, you had the IPC, the UN, and the UK, all calling this a man-made crisis, and they directly blamed Israel for obstructing aid. But on the other side, the Israeli government flatly rejected the report, calling it false, biased, and part of a Hamas propaganda campaign.
So, in the end, why does this day in Gaza matter so much? Well, it forces all of us to confront some really difficult questions about modern war, about the weaponization of aid, and about what responsibility the world truly has when a catastrophe like this unfolds in plain sight. Okay, so while that humanitarian crisis was being declared, a world away, a totally different story of intense geopolitical maneuvering was breaking. On the very same day, a landmark agreement brokered by the US was making headlines, and it promised to completely redraw the strategic map of the Caucasus. It's called the Trump Route for Peace and Prosperity, or TRIP for short. And here's the deal in 3 core parts. First, the U.S. gets a 99-year lease to control this critical land bridge called the Zangezur Corridor. Second, this creates a brand new trade route that completely, and I mean completely, bypasses both Iran and Russia.